Imagine a type of money that does not come from a government or a bank. For centuries, we've relied on physical cash, coins, and the authority of central banks to define what money is and how it works. But what if there was another way? Picture a currency that lives only on the internet. A form of money that exists purely in digital form, moving instantly across the globe with just a few clicks or taps. This is not science fiction. It is the story of Bitcoin. Born from the digital age, Bitcoin is a groundbreaking invention that has captured the imagination of millions. In our universe, change is constant, and Bitcoin is a change in how we think about money. It's a shift that challenges the very foundation of our financial systems. Bitcoin began as an idea for new money, an idea that anyone, anywhere could send and receive value without needing permission from banks or governments. It is not printed on paper or stamped into coins. There are no vaults or safes holding stacks of Bitcoin. Instead, it exists as code, secured by powerful computers. It is not controlled by any country or company. Bitcoin is digital, decentralized, and operates on a global network that anyone can join. It is open to anyone with an internet connection, no matter where they live. Whether you're in a bustling city or a remote village, Bitcoin is accessible to all. This revolution in money challenges the old rules. It questions who gets to decide what money is and how it should work. Traditional money passes through banks and governments, requiring trust in institutions and often involving delays, fees, and paperwork. Every transaction is recorded by someone in power, but Bitcoin is different. Its records are kept on a public ledger, visible to anyone, and not controlled by a single authority. It's outside the usual systems that we trust. Bitcoin offers a new way to move and store value, independent of traditional gatekeepers. Many people are curious about this new kind of money. They wonder how it works, what it means, and whether it could change their lives. Some are excited, others are skeptical. The idea of money without borders or central control is thrilling to some, but confusing or even worrying to others. But everyone agrees, Bitcoin is changing the way we think about value and trust. It's a new chapter in the story of money, and its impact is only just beginning. Bitcoin is digital money that works without banks or governments. You can send it directly to someone else, anywhere in the world, just like sending an email. There is no middleman, no bank clerk, no building with vaults. The word for this is decentralized. This means there is no single person or company in charge. Bitcoin is powered by computers all around the world. These computers work together to keep track of who owns what. You don't need to carry cash or credit cards to use Bitcoin. All you need is a phone or a computer. With the right app, you can send and receive Bitcoin from anyone, at any time. Bitcoin works like a giant shared list. Everyone can see the list, but no one can change it alone. This is what makes Bitcoin trustworthy without the need for banks. To truly understand why Bitcoin was created, we first need to look at a major problem that affected millions of people around the world. In 2008, the world was shaken by a massive financial crisis. Banks that people trusted for decades suddenly failed, leaving many without access to their own money. As a result, people everywhere began to lose trust in the financial system. They saw how quickly things could fall apart and how little control they actually had over their own finances. Some started to question whether it was right for a small group of powerful institutions to control the flow of money. They wondered if there could be a better way, one that didn't rely on banks or governments. Out of this crisis, Bitcoin was born. It was created as a direct response to these problems, offering a new kind of money that didn't depend on traditional banks. Its mysterious inventor, known only as Satoshi Nakamoto, wanted to design a system where money could not be easily changed, manipulated, or controlled by anyone, not even governments or big corporations. The vision was to make money open to everyone, fair for all, and accessible no matter where you live or who you are. Anyone with an internet connection could participate. With Bitcoin, you wouldn't need a bank's approval to send or receive money. Transactions could happen directly between people, anywhere in the world, at any time. Instead of relying on trust in a few people, Bitcoin runs on rules written into computer code. These rules are transparent and can't be changed on a whim. Unlike regular money, no one can just print more Bitcoin whenever they want. Its supply is limited, making it different from the money we use every day. The main goal of Bitcoin is simple: to give people more control and freedom over their own money without needing to rely on banks or governments. By doing this, Bitcoin aims to solve the problems of trust, fairness, and access, and to create a financial system that works for everyone, everywhere. You might wonder, how does Bitcoin keep track of everything if there is no bank? The answer is the blockchain. Think of the blockchain as a public notebook that everyone can read. Imagine that every time someone uses Bitcoin, they write down what happened in this notebook. Who sent money? Who received it? And how much was sent? All written down for everyone to see. No one can erase or change an entry once it's made. This notebook is not kept in one place. Instead, copies are stored on thousands of computers. If someone tries to cheat by changing an old note, everyone else will see the mistake. The system will reject the change. The blockchain keeps Bitcoin honest. It uses simple math and sharing to make sure everyone agrees on what is true. This is how Bitcoin works without a boss. Let's talk about mining, but not the kind with picks and shovels. In Bitcoin, mining means solving puzzles with computers. When people send Bitcoin to each other, miners check the transactions and add them to the blockchain. Mining is a race. Computers compete to solve a hard math problem. The first one to solve it gets to add a new page to the public notebook. As a reward, the miner gets some new Bitcoin. This is how new Bitcoin enters the world. Anyone with the right computer can try to be a miner. But mining uses a lot of electricity and special hardware. It's not easy money, but it's the heart of the system. Mining keeps Bitcoin safe. It makes it very hard for anyone to cheat or break the rules. That's why miners are so important to the system. Why do people want Bitcoin? The answer is not simple. Some believe Bitcoin is valuable because it is rare. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. No one can make more. Like gold, its scarcity makes it special. Bitcoin is easy to carry and send. You can send it across the world in minutes. No bank can stop you. This is called censorship resistance. People like that, no one can block their payments. Bitcoin is also open. Anyone can check the blockchain. Every move is public, though names are hidden. This transparency builds trust. But not everyone agrees. Some say Bitcoin has no value because it is not backed by gold or a government. Its price can change wildly. Still, many trust it for what it represents: freedom and fairness. Bitcoin was the first digital currency, but now there are thousands of others. These are called cryptocurrencies. Each one has its own purpose and rules. Bitcoin is like the original, the gold standard of digital money. Others, like Ethereum or Dogecoin, work differently. Some are faster, some offer private transactions, and some try to solve new problems. But not all cryptocurrencies are equal. Many come and go. Some are experiments. Others are scams. Bitcoin's strength is its age, its security, and how many people trust it. It's important to know that not all cryptocurrencies try to be money. Some are for building apps or games. Bitcoin's main job is to be digital money. People use Bitcoin in so many different ways, and its impact is growing every year as more people discover what it can do for them. Some folks buy it as an investment, hoping that its price will go up over time. They watch the markets, track the news, and sometimes even trade Bitcoin, like stocks, aiming to make a profit as its value changes. Others actually see it as a store of value, kind of like digital gold, to save for the future. They believe Bitcoin can protect their wealth from things like inflation or government instability, and they hold on to it for years, treating it as a long-term savings plan. In countries where money isn't stable, Bitcoin can really be a lifeline. When local currencies lose value quickly, people turn to Bitcoin as a safer place to keep their money, hoping it will hold its value better than their national currency. People use it to send money across borders, or even to escape inflation. For families separated by distance, Bitcoin can be a faster and sometimes cheaper way to send remittances home, avoiding high fees from traditional banks or money transfer services. For example, families in places like Venezuela or Nigeria use Bitcoin to protect their savings. They might convert their paychecks into Bitcoin as soon as they get them, just to make sure their money doesn't lose value overnight. Some workers even get paid in Bitcoin. Freelancers, remote workers, and digital nomads often choose Bitcoin for its speed and global reach, letting them work with clients from anywhere in the world without worrying about currency exchange. Others use it to shop online, or, to give to charity. More and more stores and organizations are accepting Bitcoin, making it easier to spend or donate directly from your digital wallet. All around the world, people are finding new ways to use this digital money. From big cities to small towns, Bitcoin is connecting people and creating new opportunities for financial freedom. Bitcoin isn't just for the rich or the super tech savvy. Everyday people, students, and even small business owners are learning how to use it, making it part of their daily lives. It's already helping ordinary people in lots of places, whether it's paying for groceries, sending money to family, or starting a new business. Bitcoin is opening doors for people who might not have had access to traditional banking. But of course, it's not perfect. There are challenges too. Bitcoin's price can be unpredictable, and not everyone understands how it works yet. Still, as more people learn and technology improves, its role in our lives keeps growing. Bitcoin is definitely exciting, but it's not without its risks. Its price can go up and down really quickly, which makes it tough to use as regular money. Some people have actually lost money because they bought Bitcoin at the wrong time. Security is another big concern. If you lose your digital keys, your Bitcoin is just gone forever. There's no bank to help you get it back, so you really have to be careful and responsible. Bitcoin can also be used for illegal things, just like cash, and that's made some governments pretty nervous. Rules and laws about Bitcoin are still being written, and things are changing all the time. Even so, Bitcoin is important. It makes us ask, what is money? It shows that trust can come from math and computers, not just from banks. Whether or not you ever use Bitcoin, its impact is definitely real. It started this big conversation about who should control money. Should it be governments, banks, or maybe everyone together? Bitcoin gives people in tough situations new ways to save, spend, and send money. It can help those without bank accounts join the world economy. It also pushes banks and governments to be more open and fair. Some people think Bitcoin will change everything, while others see it as just a passing trend. Honestly, no one knows what the future will bring. But Bitcoin has already changed how we think about technology and trust. Even if you never own Bitcoin, the questions it raises will shape the future of money for everyone. Bitcoin is digital money that, really, anyone can use. It doesn't care about borders or bank holidays. It's built on open rules and shared trust, using the blockchain as its public notebook. Bitcoin was born from the idea that money could be fairer and more open. It's rare and portable, but it's also risky and unpredictable. It's not magic, and honestly, it's not for everyone. Bitcoin matters because it asks us to rethink how money works. Whether you use it or not, understanding it helps you see how technology is shaping our world. In the end, Bitcoin is not just about money, it's about possibility.